Good morning. Thank you for being here. Can you introduce yourselves one by one?
Hi, I'm Mariana Vidarasaga. I graduated from Lamblight in 2018, so school year 2017-2018. I graduated from senior high in accounting and business management here. And then I graduated college in 2022.
Hello, I'm Lexi Julinga. I graduated here from junior high school grade 10 in 2018 also, and then I just finished college.
Hi everybody, good morning. I'm Carmeli Lopez. I graduated a senior high school year 2020, so right before the pandemic.
Good morning everyone. My name is Nicole Lopez. I'm actually part of the first batch of high school graduates of Lamblight, batch 2015. I went to school in De La Salle College of St. Benilde. Originally, I went in for architecture. I was there for 2 years and then I shifted to interior design. So I graduated last 2021 and then got my PRC license 2022. So I'm now practicing a professional.
Let me begin with asking them some questions. Lexi, what did you learn from Lamblight that prepared you or at least enhanced you to become the Summa Cum Laude of your university?
Since I entered college in the pandemic, so we were online school, so it was a lot of self-directed learning. And that's what you're used to in Lamblight. So you could manage your time and you kind of had control of your schedule. So that kind of helped me also, especially in the first 2 years of college. And since, and I think also what helped was my relationships with my teachers. So I graduated from Lamblight in junior high school, but then I went to La Salle for senior high school. And I think that my approach to especially administrators or teachers in La Salle was quite new for some people. My teachers back in high school were really friends, so I still see them sometimes. And I think that my approach to learning was really not being scared of my teachers, but I really asked for help. Especially my weakness really is math. That's why I went into biology. There was a lot of math. So when I had problems with math, I really would approach the teachers because I wasn't scared of them. I feel like that was like a big thing. And then my classmates would be like, you do it. Because they would be scared of teachers. But I guess it's different if you grew up here. Your teachers are your friends and they're not here to scare you. So yeah.
What is your experience now being a professional interior designer?
I think it really helped that my background in Lamblight, we were really encouraged to go after what we want. Our teachers would encourage us to help also organize events and then like decorate the stages, plan programs, things like that. Because I was able to carry that on to college and then now in my practice. So with our relationships with our teachers, that I think really built the foundation for how I also relate with adults or, people our age or older. It gave me an edge in comparison to some of my classmates who grew up in conventional schools. So now I can present comfortably in front of large crowds or small crowds and then talk to clients as well. And then the training that we have here in Lamblight in terms of learning independently is also helping me now as a freelancer because it's allowing me to take a step back and research also on what kind of systems can I implement to help in my career.
And Carmeli, I'd like to ask you your college experience. She's one of the bravest, I would say, most courageous students I've met. Carmeli went to a Manila University for 1 semester and she was in the Dean's List. Her goal was to become a music producer and a film producer. And when she talked to the mentors who are doing it already now, they all told her, you don't need a college degree for that. What you need is a good portfolio to prove to people anywhere in the world if you want to work for them that you have the competence to do so. And she says, what are the other options? And there is an option. You come up with your own college program. And now she's about to graduate this coming July. And so how does it feel?
It feels really good. At first, at the start, it was really scary, of course. To give you an idea, it happened, as I said, I graduated 2020 and the pandemic just hit. So I think it was also the situation and everything, not being able to be in a classroom and everything. So, but it feels exciting. I feel proud and confident being able to create it. And it's different. I feel happy every day waking up, learning what I want to do. It just excites me even more because it's slowly leading me to where I want to be. So yeah, I'm excited that I'm going to graduate next month.
That is what we train our young leaders really to do, to ask questions, to weigh and to value opportunities in front of you. So in her case, I don't think she can become a doctor if she just learned on her own, unlike Lexi, who is going to be a developmental pediatrician and a Christian developmental pediatrician, who we are very proud of. And so in the case of Nicole, who really wants to be a licensed interior designer, she had to get the board exams to do it. So in her case, she had to go through the usual process. What's your biggest take from the progressive program of Lamblight?
When I was watching the presentation, there was something that said it was the student-led activities, and I think that's probably my favorite part of going to school here. They didn't just throw you into things; they had a structure in place to help you out if you needed it. But a lot of the presentations or the events that we did, we really just did it ourselves. Not talking about just the bazaar or anything to do with Project Yes. Thank you, Father God Day, Happy Birthday Jesus, Mother and Child Day, Father and Child Day. A lot of that was like organized by us in our band. And that was so fun. The raid to do that. Oh, International Festival, we had to write the whole script in whatever language they wanted you to write it in. So you had to learn that way. The alternative projects that you could pick, like if your strong suit wasn't writing a whole report, what we did was we decorated the whole classroom and we put like factoids around to make it, because we were studying marine biology at the time and oceanography, and that's what we did. Like those alternatives and anything that you could do that was like, you know that you're capable of it and your drive is there to do that. That was probably my favorite part of doing it. And that script writing and everything, that's probably that's why I went into humanities, because of all of the writing. I loved it here. And so I just carried that on there. And that's why I just think like this whole situation of what you can do and how they help you just do what you want to do, that really it really set me on a course, and I just love that I'm on it.
Thank you, Mariana.
For me, so I came into Lamblight coming from a traditional school, and all three of my we're three siblings. All of us went to Lamblight, but my sister and I transferred in high school, and my brother started here in 3rd grade. And I think one of the biggest takeaways is that when you come to Lamblight, and at least when we came into Lamblight, it was not hard to adjust, because in a traditional school, sometimes you're more scared of going to school, or somewhat it's a chore, or you have to go to school because you have to go to school. But then here, it's kind of fun. I feel like it's just fun. So you come to school, and it's I'm 1 year ahead of my sister. So there was like 2 years where we'd be in the same classroom. And since it's multi-age learning, so it was just fun. I think that you love to learn here because it's not like you're being forced to learn. It's you learning, and it's you choosing to learn what you want to learn and how fast you want to learn and how slow you want to learn, as long as you get it done by the end of the year, basically. So I guess that's one of my biggest takeaway. And I think that if your child learns to love learning, it gets easier for them in the long run, since college is gonna throw stuff. But then if you kind of find a purpose to learning, it's easier in the long run. So yeah, I think that's what the greatest takeaway for Lamblight to me was.
There was a time that if you were absent, it sucked to be absent. Yes. Yeah. You here with like friends, your teachers, and everybody else. It's a life to be absent. It was so sad to be absent. And also, how many of us started, even when we left, like if you left in grade 10 or in college, a lot of us just visited because it's like to be back in the environment. It's really bad. Like
Lamblight really became like our seconds.
Yeah, like, even the teachers were like, thank you for back.
Yeah. So I agree. They really have good points. But maybe another thing I can add is the values that Lamblight taught me, especially the Christian leadership. There's a lot, especially in that area, where that's something that I took with me, especially with making my decision about deciding to leave college and everything, but holding on to the truth of knowing who I was in the Lord and who Jesus saw me as, I took it as like, I'll be fine. There's that sense of peace because also that value of like, you know where you already created your life plan and you also talked about it with the Lord. He's gonna help you. How can you get to it? Stuff like that. It's like those simple values of just being responsible, being disciplined. Those are the things that I took with me. I would say the love for learning was really instilled in me as well because we were encouraged. We were never reprimanded for being slow or for needing to ask additional questions outside of the lecture time. So that really helped. And then even being able to discuss vulnerably with our peers or even those younger than us, can you help me? I can't figure out this math equation, or how should I phrase these questions, or this essay. There's a sense of confidence that you get that you can approach people comfortably, regardless of your own weaknesses. So things like that, it really builds self-confidence in a student. And then going back to what they said about loving school, we hated being absent because we would miss out on something fun that happened in the morning or things like that. So it's one of the rare cases. I'm not saying all kids will feel the same. I hope that they'll have that sense also of, loving learning, loving being in school, and being in a very encouraging environment, and having adults who believe in you, which is really important.
The thesis never saying you can't really do anything.
Yeah.
But there's always a different way of that you can do something. But if you're very focused on like doing something your way, you could propose a way to do that. And then, you and your teacher would work together for that. Because I remember in senior high school, I work better and I study better when I have music playing. And there's a rule, if you had you couldn't really have music. So what I did was I proposed my research paper was going to be, does music help learning or not? And I had like a control group and everything, and I did. And then I presented that. And then our teacher at the time, so you're like, okay, then. And then for the second year, because we really wanted to do it, we had a group research project. And then we just focused on like different genres and what helps better. And then since then, like during our exams, we could just have like classical music or just some music playing in the background for us, because that's what we help. But it's not like they shut us down. It was just that, well, if you can prove what you're saying, then that's, you can do it. Like that was something, and it was nice. It wasn't it was a challenge, but it was also like, if you're so sure that this is something that you're gonna do, okay, just show us that you can do it. And if it's like something that you can, like, that's actual, it's real.
One thing I wanted to add to is that like Lamblight gives you really a sense of the real world, which is one of the things I loved in in senior high, 11 to 12. There was the being able to go on apprenticeships. So I really got to work in a cafe and really wash the dishes, take orders, clean. Even Lexi and I, we got to work. We were housekeeping in a hotel. For a day, we know how to fix the bed and stuff like that. And then even work in the restaurants of that hotel and stuff like that. It kind of really showed us. It gave us the opportunity to see how the real world works. Being able to just talk openly with parents, with other people older than us, even the younger kids. It just gave us like a whole sense of everything. So it's just something like I really love, and I find crazy that, I don't know if you know now, some of our generations are a little kind of shy and everything, and then there's some of us like, hi, so how are you, and stuff like that. So there's that sense of like when we just got out of Lamblight, we're just like open to hearing everything and trying to figure everything out. So yeah, there's that. And then seeing like the little kids that we saw in preschool during our age, seeing them now grow up in high school, there's also like a sense of like, wow, you've really come a long way. And like, it's hard to believe. You also feel like manang-manong about the younger kids here in school. Like Anton has peers who we saw all the way in like preschool, grade. Yes, and now they're in senior high. Yeah. So there's that sense of family also, which is really amazing that we have that opportunity here. Surprisingly, yes.
You grew up with people of all ages, in any classes, and that really, it makes you patient, but it also makes you work with other people better. because you kind of know some different types of people from here already, and that really helps. So you can work with younger people and older people. And like I met Anton when he was in prep. He was like really in preschool, and I got along with him then. And I was in grade 6. Yeah. And then I'm still friends with him now. So yeah, it's just that's really helpful.
People this.
Very nice.
Even in LaSalle, there are still quite a few students also who transferred. They still say, hi, batang. And then some of the teachers who used to teach here and now in LaSalle also, they would be so surprised that I would shake their hands and I'm like, hi, teacher, how are you? And I'd actually converse with a teacher that other people would find scary because they're just like, although they're teachers, they're not that scared, you know, and they're still your teachers. And I don't think, and I think that approach to like your elders and stuff really translated to us. And even just my friends, and like, you don't talk to the parents of your classmates. Oh, you're not saying. I was just like, I have conversations with teacher Margie, Tita Margot. I'm like, have stuffing that. And then when I best saw like the titas of my other classmates who were not from Lamblight, they're like, yeah, why not? So it's like the approach to just people in general is so different and so new for other people. Yeah.
Mariana, Lexi, Carbelli, Nicole, we are all very proud of you, and we bless you that you will all fulfill God's special destiny for each one of you to bless the world. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you very much.